Today I'm going to talk about the art of making a winning offer. The first thing that comes into play is understanding the current market. Right now, sellers are successful when they're priced appropriately. There's not a whole lot of inventory on the market, so they might price a little higher. My buyers are successful when they have realistic expectations and know what they're getting into and are financially ready to make the step into home ownership. The second thing is getting pre-approved for a mortgage. This is one of the first steps that you're going to have to do in order to know if you can afford a home, and it also sets your budget so that you know what homes you're going to be looking at. It's important to do this early on so that when you do start looking at homes, you're not looking at a different price range that maybe you realize down the road that you're not going to be able to afford that and you have to go down a little bit. Working with a skilled real estate agent that works day in and day out in the business is a full-time agent is super important because they're seeing these things every day. They're looking at homes every day. They can point out things to you that you might not think about, things to look at, give you all the information you're going to need in order to make an informed decision when it comes to making your biggest investment. An important thing right now is making a competitive offer. It's important to do this right now because there's not a whole lot of homes on the market. And when you do find a home of your dreams, you're going to have to figure out what you're willing to pay in order to get that home that you want. Maybe it's a little over what they're asking, but it all depends and if this home is worth that much to you. It doesn't always come down to how much other people perceive the house being worth, it's what you think the home is worth. So if you're willing to go above the price, go for it. That means you're going to make a competitive offer and likely get the home. Working with a seasoned real estate agent also helps you set expectations so that you know what your offer is going to look like. And they can also give you suggestions on what they think will win. Obviously, you never know. The market kind of has to speak to you. You have to listen to the market and figure out what it's telling you so that you know what a competitive offer it's going to be. It's also important to have flexible terms and a quick response time. Things like connecting with the agent and figuring out what the seller needs, what they're going to want. Do they need an extended closing time so that they can move out and maybe they have a job that they're moving to a couple months down the road. They just wanted to list early and get it sold. Figure out those sort of things so that you have the upper hand when it comes to creating an offer. When you're flexible, most agents are willing to work with you and figure out a deal that's going to work. Another thing to consider is escalation clauses and contingencies. A lot of times right now, if you're contingent on your home selling, you might not be on the top of the stack that an agent's going to look at. So maybe you get the home sold before. Things like that can help you get through getting a winning offer. It's not saying you have to not be contingent to win an offer. You can win an offer being contingent. You just have to make a competitive offer. So it's important to take that into consideration when putting an offer in on a home. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you learned something about making a competitive offer in the real estate market. If you have any questions or want to put an offer in on a home, let me know. Thanks, guys.